So a while ago I saw Brackeys 10-minute challenge, and the idea never really left me. Yes, I know I'm like 2 years, more like 3 now, late to the party, but we do have Christmas, and well, I needed something of a special episode. Long story short, I gave it a shot. With that said, hello and welcome to I Create My Games. I'm Jens, and this is 10-Minute Madness, Christmas Hat Collector. To make everything look a bit more professional, I use 2 sprite resources. I link them, of course, in the description. So the first thing we need to do is, of course, import our sprites. Now, I also like to create the needed scripts, because this will take a little bit of time always, since my computer isn't the fastest and it's reloading now, and well, the next 2 will also take a few seconds, but we should have time. So we need 3 scripts for the head, for the spawner, and for the character itself. The head will check colliders, the spawner will instantiate, and the character will control the movement and the animation. Now, come on, character. And then we can start with the changing of the sprites once it's reloaded. Yeah, so this one will be at 16. Since it's pixel art, I don't want a filter, so it's sharp. And here we can go with 1024 and apply it. Now, come on, we want a character, and let's put it down here, and let's give it the box collider already with the trigger, and apply the player controller. And let's make, come on, sure that we also add a head. Where is it? Right here, so we can disable and enable it whenever we want to, like when we collect a head. Now, we also want the character script attached, but let's start with the animation. 2 are needed, idle, 30 samples, and we can now simply drag these inside and increase the size a little bit. The next one will be running, pretty much the same, and drag these inside, 30 samples, so we're good. Now here we need 2 transitions from idle to running, and of course the other way around, and we need a where is it, boolean, which will go with running to control the state. Now, first of all, it doesn't have an exit time. We need a transition duration of 0, so it's just starting, and from idle to running is running true. Oh, running, like this. And here we go with false. Let's check this one, and they're done. Now, for the character, come on, we need first the animator and the sprite renderer, and also a public game object to enable the head. So let's grab the animator, get component animator, and sprite renderer, get component sprite, no, renderer. Inside the update loop, let's first grab the amount. So input get axis raw horizontal, and if the amount is equal to 0, set bool running to false, else enum set bool running to true. Also, we need to make sure that we move to the side, so let's go with transform.translate vector to right times let's go with 5 as a speed, the amount itself, which will be from 1 to 0, or -1 of course, and time.delta time. And now if sprite renderer flip x will be amount smaller 0. So we look to the side we want. And we're done here, I think. And we have 5 minutes left. I think we're good. Now for this one, we attached the head already. And let's go with the floor. So here we reset and give it this one and this one. Now let's tag it with the floor. So we have that and the box collider 2D, which will also be a trigger. And does it fit? It fits. Does it fit for him? It doesn't. Let's just make it a little bit smaller all around. So for the floor, let's duplicate it a little bit, move it to the side. No, I forgot this one. Should be a higher number and to the top. So again, duplicate, move to the side. Duplicate again. Let's I'm not that concerned with the actual fitting. I hope you don't mind. Just needs to look somewhat okay. Move it down here and the character down as well. Now we need another object, the head. Set it, go with right renderer, put the head inside a box collider. And this won't be a trigger, and it's, I think, fitting, yes. And a rigid body. Now this should be a bit slower than usual, so we can still catch it. And let's attach the head script. Now here we need only one method on trigger enter 2D. If collision compare tag, so if we collide with the player, everything is okay, so we can destroy the game object. And let's also go with collision.getComponent character to enable set active true, so the head will be enabled. And the other way is if collision compare tag with the floor, then, well, let's just go with the freeze frame. So time scale will be set to 0. And we're done with this one. And now we need to make it a prefab and do the spawner. So first the prefab, remove it, I think. Create another object, reset it, spawner, add the spawner, and let's also move it already up here. And here we need public game object to instantiate, and IE numerator spawn while true, yield return new, wait for seconds. So every second we spawn something. Vector 3 position will be transform.position, and position.x will be random range between -5 and 5. And then we of course need to instantiate position and quaternion identity, and switch back, apply everything, and hope it's working. Come on, 40 seconds. So the head needs to go there, and Come on! Okay, he's moving. And we don't have the head yet, so what's the problem here? Ah, no! Start coroutine, spawn, and I'm done. Just to the second, so I think it still counts, doesn't it? If it's now working, so let's test it out. So start, and he's moving, and I'm collecting the head, and if it's falling down, it's over. And I think it's even if it was like on the dot. So for me, it's working. I hope for you as well. This was fun. So I had a lot of fun with the challenge, and I hope you did as well. Now, if you want to increase the playability, there are of course a few things you might want to change. Like for example, a background to make it look a little bit more beautiful, a score to track your progress, maybe a game over screen, or the difficulty could be increased over time. If you're interested in a specific implementation for the game, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. But for 10 minutes, I really think it's not too shabby. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, now would be a great time to do so. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.